So I hear on Sunday there's a pretty big game happening. Not as big as the games on Friday and Saturday, but Sunday there's a real big game, real big game. So gonna be a fun weekend. Welcome back to Kings This Week. My name is Jordan Kiss, and it's episode 20. Can you believe it? Episode 20 of Kings This Week. This is absolutely surreal, but we're going to keep on doing the same old thing that's made us so successful here. We'll start off with our weekend recap. We'll preview the two games coming up this week for the Kings, plus we'll share some other news and events. Nothing new, just the same old, same old. So we're going to start, as you would expect, with our weekend recap. Kings returned to the island last weekend for two games against Victoria and Cowichan, and the Kings would be undermanned going into these two games. Still no Parker Lalonde with injury, no Will Jones and Marcus Deshevsky who were injured against the Nanaimo, and no Alexi Van Hook-Cachero who was suspended 2 games. So the Kings playing both games with 11 forwards and 6 defensemen, 1 man short, and with 2 of those forwards being affiliate players in Mason Rudrod and Justin Gary. So just 9 regular forwards in the lineup this past weekend for the Kings. So let's find out how they fared. First off, Friday in Victoria, taking on the Grizzlies at the Q Center. Building the Kings have struggled in this season, and the struggles continued early on. 3:57 in Victoria on a power play. The puck would come to Nathan King, who would hammer it top corner from the right circle to make it 1-0 Victoria. Then at 7:35, odd man rush here. It would come to Jackson Hungel in front. He would beat a sprawling Metzen to make it 2-0 Victoria early in the first period. But the Kings would have an answer just a few minutes later. Anthony Lucarelli starting this play, driving to the net, puts a shot on goal. The puck will bounce around in front of the net. It would come right back to Anthony Lucarelli, just squeaks it over the goal line for his 12th of the season as the Grizzlies took a 2-1 lead heading into the second period. Now in the middle frame, the Grizzlies off to another quick start. 50 seconds in, Noah Leibel finding Luke Pelche alone in front, tips it by Kyle Metzen to make it 3-1 Victoria. Then at 4:32, shot and rebound here put in by Devin DeVries for his 5th of the season as the Grizzlies were now up 4-1 as they took that lead going into the third period. At 6:05 in, Justin Gibson, a long shot. It would hit a Kings player in front, deflects into the net to make it 5-1 Victoria. Then in the final minute, Noah Leibel with the laser beam of a shot here just over the blue line to make it a 6-1 final here for the Grizzlies as the Kings coming up short in this one, being outshot 35-31. Power play is a big difference maker once again for the Kings, going 0 for 4 with all those 4 power plays coming in consecutive order at the end of the second period, which also included a brief 5-on-3. So on Saturday, the Kings look for a big bounce back as they took on the Cowichan Valley Capitals. The Kings, lots of success against Cowichan this season, 3-0 so far, and look to continue that trend, and they would get it off to a fire start in this one. 1 minute and 5 seconds, and Anthony Lucarelli finding Casey Yaman at the back door, scores his 6th of the season, as just like that, it is 1-0 Kings. But hold on, Capitals would tie it 3:24 off an offensive zone face-off. Luke Santilli with the wrist shot, tipped in by Andrew Haxton. 1-1 is their score. Then just a few minutes later, shot from the right circle, stopped by Vanderkoy, but it goes high in the air, lands behind him, where then Kai Dunitz would tip it in for his 5th of the season to give the Capitals the lead. But the Kings, a resilient bunch in this one, 13:59. Centering pass for Noah Ayres, swings and misses. Anthony Yu would get it, feed it in front to Adam Mendelson, tips in his 5th as the Kings tie it up 2-2. However, just over a minute later, Capitals on a power play, offensive zone face-off again. Luke Lavery walks along the blue line, wrist shot through traffic in the back of the net to give the Capitals a 3-2 lead after the first period. In the second, the Kings would tie it up once again, this time coming from Cam Simons, who hammers the one-timer from the pass from Carter McNarland. It is 3-3, but the Capitals would once again regain the lead. Ethan Decay would find himself on a breakaway here, chips it over Vanderkoy for his first with his new team, as the Capitals took a 4-3 lead heading into the third period. Now in the third, the Kings would have another answer for the Capitals, this time on a power play. Dylan Hewlett, top of the left circle, wires one top corner for his 3rd of the season. As for the 3rd time of the game, the Kings come back and tie it. It is 4-4. But the Capitals would do the same as they all done all game. Answered to regain the lead. Oliver Salo, 2-on-1, keeps it, shoots it, goes 5-hole on Vanderkoy for his third, 5 for Cowichan. Then minutes later, the Capitals, same scenario here, 2-on-1. Coleman Lady this time shoots it, stop, but he puts in the rebound to give the Capitals their first 2-goal lead of the game. But the Kings were not giving up. 4 minutes to go. Casey Yaman sends one in front for Cam Simons, tips it in for his second of the game, 10th of the season, as the Kings are back within striking distance, 6-5. But that would be as close as they would come. The Kings would find themselves on a 6-on-4 power play towards the end of the game, but were unable to capitalize as they fall short 6-5. Cam Simons, Casey Ahmed, Carter McNerlin, and Anthony Yu, though, each picking up 2 points in the loss. So a tough weekend for the Kings last weekend, of course, being a little shorthanded. It was an uphill battle right from the get-go. But the Kings back at home this weekend for 2 games against the red-hot Bulldogs, as the Kings are going to be a lot healthier. As, of course, Alexi Van Hook-Kacheru is now eligible to return from his 2-game suspension this weekend. Also, Kings will get some more players back in the lineup. Parker Lalonde will be back this weekend after it was expected he'll be back last weekend. Had a little bit of a setback, so he will be back in the lineup for the Kings tonight after missing the last 12 games. And also Will Jones is expected to return to the lineup as well. So the Kings taking on the Bulldogs Friday and Saturday. Now, the last time these two teams met was on December 31st, and they were just separated by 4 points in the Coastal Conference standings. Kings in 7th, Bulldogs in 6th. Since then, the Bulldogs have skyrocketed up the Coastal Conference as they now sit tied for 3rd with the Chilliwack Chiefs at 44 points. Now, how do the Bulldogs get there? Well, they are currently on a 12-game point streak. That's right, points in 12 straight, and they haven't lost in regulation in 7 straight road games as well. Now, in that 12-game point streak included a 10-game winning streak, which came to an end Sunday in Chilliwack to an OT loss to the Chiefs. So this weekend, the Bulldogs, it'll be their 2nd straight weekend on the road. They had a 3-3 on the mainland last weekend, which all of those games going into extra time. A shootout win Friday in Coquitlam, a overtime win Saturday in Langley, then that overtime loss Sunday in Chilliwack. So we'll see if that plays a factor into 2 games this weekend with the Bulldogs being on the road once again. Now, the Bulldogs are currently 2-1 against the Kings this season, including winning the one and only meeting here so far at the Hat Park Arena way back in October. So game times Friday at 7 o'clock. There'll be a Panago Pizza Row giveaway, as Panago will be rewarding 1 lucky row of fans with fresh hot pizza during the game. And then we'll also be giving away a copy of Powell River Opoly, which is a Powell River themed Monopoly game. We'll be giving that away during one of our intermission games. So be sure to come out Friday, 7 o'clock. Big hockey game and lots of prizes to be won. And then on Saturday, it is a 5 o'clock start from the Hat Parker Arena. You can get your tickets ahead of time. Get them online. Tickets.powellriverkings.com is the place to go. So grab your cowboy hat and polish your cowboy boots, because it is going to be Western Night here at Hat Parker Arena on Friday, March 3rd, presented by Rural Septic Services. The Kings will be taking on the Victoria Grizzlies starting at 7 o'clock in what will be a event-filled game. It will be lots of fun. First 500 fans in the building will receive a free mini stick, plus some also great prizes to be won as well. There will be a toonie draw to win a Yeti cooler, and also during one of our intermission games, we will be giving away a family prize pack, which includes dinner at Supercharger Pizza and tickets to a movie at the Patricia Theater. So Western Night, Friday, March 3rd, presented by Rural Septic Services. Mark it on your calendars and get your tickets right now while you can, while they're still available, online at tickets.powellriverkings.com. And there's not much else to add, so that means we are all wrapped up here on another episode of Kings This Week. As always, thank you very much for joining me. Dream Lottery still going very strong. The jackpot nearly at $23,000. Go to PowellRiverKings.com to buy your Dream Lottery tickets if you haven't already, or you just want to buy some more just in case to give you better chances to win. Must be 19 years of age or older and be a BC resident to purchase tickets. Or if you want to buy them in person, you can stop by our booth at the Town Center Mall. So the Kings back in action for two big games this weekend against the red-hot Alberni Valley Bulldogs, Friday at 7 o'clock, then Saturday at 5 o'clock. Get your tickets right now, tickets.powellriverkings.com. Or if you can't come out to the game, join me on the Kings Broadcast Network. Pre-game show starting 15 minutes beforehand, so 6:45 on Friday and 4:45 on Saturday. So enjoy the two big games Friday and Saturday, and enjoy the bigger game on Sunday. I'm just hoping for a close game on Sunday. I don't really have a dog in that fight. My team was out of it a while ago. So enjoy all the festivities this weekend, and we'll talk to you next weekend on another edition of Kings This Week. My name is Jordan Kiss. Go Kings, go.